When you think of the world's worst disasters, you might picture earthquakes or floods, sudden, unstoppable forces of nature. But sometimes, the most devastating tragedies are man-made. Today I'm taking you back to Bengal, India, in 1770, where one of the deadliest famines in history unfolded, not just because of drought but because of deliberate, brutal policy. So let's set the stage. The Bengal region, lush and fertile, was home to millions, but in the late 1760s, the rains failed, crops withered, people braced themselves. Natural disasters weren't new here, and the people had survived them before, but this time something was different, something far more sinister. Enter the British East India Company. They weren't just traders, they were rulers now, and their eyes were fixed on profits. Instead of stepping in with relief, the company did the unthinkable. They raised taxes. Farmers, already starving, were forced to pay even more, and not in grain, which they desperately needed to survive, but in cash. Desperate, people sold whatever rice wheat they had, just to pay those taxes. It gets worse. The company hoarded grain, refusing to release it to the starving public. Prices shot up, way out of reach. Imagine walking through your village, seeing food locked away, knowing you can't afford a single handful. The result? Catastrophic. By the end of 1770, an estimated 10 million people had died, about a third of Bengal's population. Streets were lined with bodies, whole villages vanished. And while Bengal starved, the company's profits soared. British officials boasted about their earnings, barely acknowledging the suffering they were causing. The Great Bengal Famine of 1770 isn't just a story about food scarcity. It's about the consequences of greed, the cruelty of colonial rule, and how policies made in boardrooms thousands of miles away can destroy millions of lives. Looking back, I can't help but ask, what would have happened if compassion, not profit, had guided their hand? History can't change, but by understanding it, maybe we can make sure it's never repeated.